Welcome to SOMA. SOMA is a horror game released by Frictional Games. They're the same makers as Amnesia: The Dark Descent and co-makers of A Machine for Pigs. Both very robust horror games, although Machine for Pigs was a bit of a letdown in some regards. I partially put that to blame on the co-developers who also made games like Dear Esther. It's more of a quote-unquote walking simulator, especially towards the end. A lot of the horror elements were sort of taken out, and some of the gameplay mechanics were also taken out as a detriment. Now, I know a little bit about SOMA, not too much. I only really watched one of the trailers, and I've heard a few things about various themes that are explored in the game, such as the nature of consciousness and perception, and I love that sort of stuff. Now, I'll also come clean that I played this game for about 30 minutes to an hour, and I had real trouble recording it. I've still had troubles recording it, but I've managed to get it working at 60 frames per second, 1080p, so hopefully all that works nice and swimmingly. Without further ado, let's enjoy the nice intro cutscene.
Are you okay, Simon? I think you're bleeding.
Oh, that's nothing. It's just my brain can't stop bleeding from the accident.
Here, take this.
No, that's for later, for the scan.
It's green.
Ashley, I need to tell you something.
Simon, please don't make this weird.
No, it's not like that. Why now?
Who's David Munchie?
Why is there never enough time?
For what?
Christ.
And we're in the game, and that noise is
I'm
just,
up.
I hate it.
Simon Jarrett?
Yeah, that's me.
My name is David Munchie. We spoke earlier.
The brain scan. I remember.
Are you alright?
Yeah, just a bad dream. Are we still on for today?
Yeah, that's why I'm calling. I wanted to remind you to drink the tracer fluid I sent you. It'll help me capture a better image of the damages.
Don't worry, I got it somewhere.
Okay, great. Well, I'll see you in a couple of hours then.
Okay, see you soon.
So in my various tests to get the game working, I've explored this apartment a few times now. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. And we're not going to spend too long in here though. But the first priority we have is to find our tracer fluid. Cheers, loves. The cavalry's here. Yeah. Now this guy's a bit of a slob. He has a sort of a one-room studio apartment with a separate bathroom. It's not a bad little place, although this would drive me insane if I lived here, because you have your bed here, you have an oven and a fridge, and fridges aren't quiet.
Nothing but fast food. Should buy something healthier on my way home.
Let's just close that. Controls are very similar to Amnesia. You can sort of slide things, and you're opening drawers manually. You can pick things up, you can rotate them around, and you can throw them. You can do this with most objects, and you can even zoom them in, zoom them out. So we can play around with the pillow. Oh, we've got some cool posters.
Come on, radioactive tracer fluid, where are you?
Hey Simon, it's Jesse. You working this weekend or what? I knew there was something you were doing. Was it this weekend or next? Anywho, just shoot me a mail or something. Love to miss you meet it.
End of messages.
I swear, that guy has the memory of a goldfish.
I don't
I
even
sent an email to remind him, didn't I?
want to know what these are. It's the first time I found these. Ew. Let's have a look at our emails. David Munchie, this is the... He's not even a doctor, he's just David Munchie. Thank you again for participating in our research. The scan will be performed at Pace Laboratories in Toronto. Since we are guests at the laboratory, our access is a bit unpredictable. I'll try and schedule a scan session for Saturday, and I'll get back to you when confirmed. Let's have a new prescription from Dr. Aaron Peake. I'm happy to hear your headaches have become less frequent. Your latest tests show the brain is slowly recovering, but it's still too early to tell how well it will adjust to the damage. The bleeding will continue over the coming months at least, and you will need to come to the hospital a few times to drain the cavity to prevent the blood from building up pressure. This is actually really dangerous in real life biology. You really don't want blood in the brain cavity, in the skull. Since excessive stress could be fatal, I've written you a prescription for Prozocin to help you with your nightmares. Please read the instructions and medicate accordingly. Try to get a lot of rest, and I'll see you next week. Blood in the brain, like blood in the skull, is really bad news. To Jesse the
forgot to hit
Grimoire.
send.
Whoops. So this is the email
Better late than
saying,
never.
hey, we're not going to be in work. This means you need to make sure that things are actually on time in the store. Yada yada yada. So this is where we work. The Grimoire. This is the chick in the dream. And let's learn about the dream, because there's stuff to read. You can read it like that, or you can do it like that. So this is the accident that got us our brain injury. And the important thing to note in here is we got sideswiped by an SUV, and as the car crashed into the passenger side, Ashley Hall, 23, sustained devastating damage and suffocated from blood trapped in her lungs until the ambulance arrived. Her friend and driver, Simon Jarrett, 26, survived, but with complicated results leave him with permanent brain damage. So we are Simon Jarrett, and that girl was killed. And he clearly seems to have some lasting guilt over that, since he has the nightmares.
Summer's coming. Hope it's a good one.
And yeah, that's a problem. I'm not sure what the significance of this is. Looks like he's been doing some research of some sort. Get well soon, love Mum. Aww. And we can play around with all these statues and stuff. Make a big mess. Looks like he's a photographer. Very artsy. This one I actually like. Is there anything on the back? See, we can flip stuff around. It's very investigative. And it looks like he's been doing some reading on the brain and on mapping minds. The anatomy of a human brain, its function and perception of consciousness. One of my exams had a lot on CT scans and MRI scans, and it was a bloody pain in the ass. Let me tell you, it's not a fun subject. To Simon Jarrett. Stack of mails to us. Turn the light on. Now, one thing I have discovered is that the tracer fluid is random. It moves. I'm sure there's only like a predefined list. It's not in any of those places. It's not in that. Is it in the bathroom cupboard where it would be? Yes, it is.
There it is. Feels like milk, but the taste, it's like sucking on a penny.
Can't turn the shower on. Aw. Nope. This is a filthy shower. It's even worse than my shower, and that's saying something. Opening and closing doors is an important skill in this game. One we shall train very well. Remind Jesse, pick up meds, flowers for funeral.
Nothing works anymore, I tell you. Conservative my ass.
I hate that noise. Hate it.
Jesse,
Hey, Simon. I got your email. Just wanted to wish you good luck and let you know I got you covered.
thanks. I should be able to come to the store after the scan.
Don't sweat it. I got Matt and Chris helping me out.
Maddie from SNL?
Guess you didn't hear? He's coming in full time, working the comics section.
That's Ashley's job.
Yeah, well, you know.
Forget it. Not doing her any favors by leaving an empty spot. Not like she's coming back.
Well, good luck. Hope they find a way to reverse the whole, you know, dying thing.
Dying thing? You're the worst support ever.
What should I say?
I'll see you later, Jesse. Don't burn the place down while I'm gone.
Over and out, buddy.
Comforting. Ashley is the girl who died. So yeah, she's not coming back. It looks like Looks like we're having some trouble letting go. So let's go visit a lab that's no doubt full of sensitive documents and classified research. And
Hello?
redecorating.
Dr. Munchie? Where is everyone? Thought
In
this
the-
place would be busy.
Oh, in the Great Canada. That's a horrifying painting. I actually didn't look at these last time. Now I'm aware it's a Saturday, but if you've ever visited a lab, you'll know they are incredibly secure, usually. But let's just, you know, read someone's emails, because that's what you'll do. Paul, where are you? We've got a few hours, I've got to hold Simon Jarrett, let's do this. Saw your laptop in the reception, are you already here? Call me ASAP. Hi Paul, talked to Pace about using the lab this week and managed to book the scanner for tomorrow morning and again on Friday. It's not a lot. They said we can use the empty reception area as a kind of office to allow us to use their computers to run models. Also, for Tesla, we can use the scanner rig right away. I thought we could run some tests tomorrow, could do a scan of each other to learn the equipment. It's supposed to be pretty easy. On Friday, I'm hoping Dr. Erin Peake will send somebody over. She has a patient that was recently in a car crash. Should be interesting. So this is our stuff. So this is Paul Berg and David Munchie. I want to remember these names because this sort of stuff is usually very foreshadowy. We're locked out. Found some extra time in the lab today. Unfortunately, no one told us about the code change. Called security, talked to Professor Way to have him vouch for our project, and finally got a hold of some honcho over at Pace's legal department that could re-grant us permission to use the lab. I'm not allowed to repeat the code in mails or texts, but I'll leave a note or something in case we forget. So we have to find a note. And spoiler, last time the note was in here. And it says right there, 2501. Isn't that cool? Now, unfortunately, I've discovered that you can't actually just type the code on your keyboard, which is slightly saddening. And it's teaching us how to run. So let's do that. Woo. We can play with the first aid box, we can't open it. Can't open that. Generic art. Let's do some more snooping in a no doubt very secure lab. No cameras, servers everywhere, computers are on. A syringe on the tape, like this would not happen in a lab. That would go in a sharps bin. You don't just leave syringes lying around. If the needle's already contaminated and it's been in open air, then it's not usable. Bloody hell. Scientific posters, you will see these sorts of things all over the place in real labs. Average test results. Oh my god, TCP. Oh no. Flashbacks. Lab stats. Oh, okay.
Oh, hi. Didn't hear you come in. Simon Jarrett, right?
Dr. Munchie?
Well, it's just Mr. Munchie, but I'm working on it. Actually, you're helping me right now.
Is this part of your thesis work?
Yeah, it's a study I'm doing with my colleague Paul Berg. We hope to design a gentle way to work with brain reconstruction to help people like you. Oh, did you take the tracer fluid?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Great. Well, we can start whenever you're ready.
So, what exactly are we doing?
We're going to do a scan of your brain. Then we build a computer model of it and bombard it with stimuli. The program will help us to quickly iterate your treatment plan until it's fully optimized. In short, develop the perfect treatment for your condition.
So it's not just a study, this will actually help me.
Well, I should hope so. Otherwise, this would be a huge waste of time.
So what he's describing is actually a real branch of research, but not in 2015. This is a real branch of research in like 2040, 2060, even further beyond. We're trying to develop computer
Please,
models
have a seat.
in the real world for all kinds of stuff. But it's incredibly slow work, it's incredibly difficult work. And doing it for the human brain is next to impossible. The human brain is the most complicated thing we know of in the universe. We don't have a computer in the world that could figure it out and simulate it accurately.
All right, let me just get this out of the way. You are Simon Jarrett, correct?
Right.
Toronto, Canada, Munchie. Born 1988, July 16th.
Right.
Flat neurograph, version 6. Good. All files in order.
Will this hurt?
It's just a scan. It'll hurt about as much as getting your picture taken.
Indians thought cameras would steal their souls.
Is that so? Well, let's hope they're wrong. Ready? Say cheese.
I'm sure that Indian line was just thrown in. Sure that won't have ramifications in the plotline at all. It's not so much as foreshadowing as beating you over the head with
What happened?
an idea.
Hello? Mr. Munchie?
And now is when it gets creepy.
Did something go wrong?
Because this is not the chair that we sat in. In fact,
This isn't funny. The hell is this place? How did I get here?
this is not the room that we sat in. Now, this is like a little tutorial area. Service console, Omni-tool, chip installer. We don't have an Omni-tool, so we can't use this. You can see about playing with a few of these things, but can't actually do anything with them. And this console doesn't work without opening the service console, which is that thing over there. We have a cracked window. And we can throw things. Now you'll notice this is not Pace Laboratories. You can open and close doors using buttons. Let me do a quick controls rundown with you. We can lean. Expect to be doing a lot of this. So notice that this is Chinese. There's a mixture of Chinese and English all over the place. This is something that sort of sci-fi environments do a lot. And it's kind of cool when they do. So they have this kind of black goo that we can step in without horrible things happening to us. An open vending machine that we just closed. Munch print. Making these boxes, curry mix, rice, noodles. And we have a bin. We can put things in. Physics.
It's working better than expected. They're having a really hard time getting the doors open.
I'll permaseal as many as you can, rather not take any chances.
Roger. Did you cut off the factory floor?
All done? Should keep most of them out. I'm on my way to lock out the comm center.
Just make sure to leave a way out of here.
Trust me, I'll get you the data safe and sound. We just need to make sure we leave enough power running so we don't have to return.
I hear that. See you back at camp.
How did I do that?
Not a goddamn clue. So let's explore this environment a little bit while we're still here. And let's talk about theming in games. So the original Amnesia was all about amnesia and the idea of, you know, can you change who you are by removing your memories? Is it a matter of memories and, you know, the person that's developed, or is it a nature thing? Because the main character in that game, Daniel, had done some frankly horrible things, and he wanted to sort of absolve himself of his own sins by forgetting about them. In this game, we don't know where we are, we don't know what's happened. We know that they are moving through the base, I guess, and doors have been sealed. We're getting Some kind of visual distortion in this area. Why, I don't know. That actually made me jump. I think this is Jason, is that name? I can't even remember that. I jumped so much that I actually forgot his name. Are we Steve? Whoever we are. You can't get stressed, remember? If you get stressed, it's bad news bears for him. And I do love this environment design.
Hey you. Can you talk? Can you talk like the others? Why are you like this? You want some structure, Joe? Yeah, you do. So weird. Doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna shut you down now, okay? Yeah, you're creepy as hell, so I'm gonna shut you down.
And then it was cut off. And this door has been busted open. That machine that was there, that just moved and twitched, is now gone. So, that what was there, that machine that was covered in pseudo-biological goo, is now missing. And the door is now forever busted. But we can follow it through that door now. Just have this over here, broken mirror. Very common in games to have very broken mirrors, and that's because they don't want to render the mirror. Which is weird because no one seemed to have a problem doing that, and even like Duke Nukem. Let's follow our wandering machine. By the way, expect to be like a midget for most of this game. We're going to be crouching around pretty much all of it. So we know that one machine has got about and started moving. We're gonna go and hide over here. We should be okay. Now, the thing about horror games is horror games are built on rules. And the best horror games occasionally break them. So let's take Amnesia as an example. The rules are that, you know, you can hide from the monsters, and the monsters are actually a bit dumb. We're getting that distortion effect again. Someone's having a good time in there. Now in this game, I don't know the rules. I don't know what the enemies are like. I don't know what they can do. And one of the keys of a horror game, and to me the scariest part of any horror game, is the start of a horror game, where you don't know shit. You don't know anything that's going on. You don't know what's about to happen, you don't know you just don't know things. And the way that you get around that is you experiment and you learn. And there's two schools of thought on trying to do that. The first is you think, and to me this is the boring one, this is a trap that people fall into, you think, oh, it's just a game. What I'll do is I'll just run at the monster and let's see what happens. Because what's the worst that can happen? I get killed in the game, oh no. And that's boring. That's really boring. The other is to let yourself get immersed. to let yourself think, well, okay, let's try and avoid dying. Let's try and avoid fucking up. Let's try and avoid learning, you know, the limits that we can push. I'm guessing this is the guy that we just killed. There's black shit all over and there's pseudo-organic stuff all over the place. And I've noticed that his head is missing and that I can't see it anywhere. So where possible, I'm going to just play this and let it play out. And I help a Jane. So you can press tab to your inventory and it brings up that icon, but it doesn't do anything else. I don't think we have an inventory right now. The Omni tool is an advanced interface for accessing, managing and controlling computerized systems. And we can read the rest of this in your own time. The main thing for this is the sliding operators into the main or auxiliary slot. Okay. What I do like is when you're reading that, you can hear this dripping behind you. That lets you know two things. First of all, it lets you know that the game is still running. So you're still in danger. You can't just pick this up and, you know, you're in reading mode. So you can't get attacked. No, the game is still going on behind you. You still have to give a shit. So like how Alien Isolation did it, where, you know, reading a computer terminal could kill you. So we have a multi-tool, now we need to go back to the room that we were in. We can also explore that way. And let's go this way. Rather than going through the unknown. These guys are so creepy. I mean, deactivated robots are always creepy. You have this that's constantly moving and making a noise. There's a light over there, but for the life of me, no idea. So when I first played this, and we're getting very near to where I got to on my first recording session that didn't work, I left this door open so this door wasn't smashed. That's kind of interesting in my opinion. But if we go this way and we have a look this way, where that light was, this fence is broken down. So whatever these things are, they don't give a shit about fences. We're going to go in here. I'm going to shut the door, which is going to no doubt keep us safe with that window there. And we can plug this in.
Service console option 3, including pilot seat activated.
It's time for reading. So, warning, remote access denied, service offline, main power suspended. Emergency system 30, and this 2103-0509. I'm guessing that's May, as in its year, month, day. 2103. We were born in 1988. I know that because that's the same year I was born in. Chinese Year of the Dragon, if you're curious. It's no longer 2015. It's a good way away. This leads me to believe that I have a theory that we've had a brain scan, Simon Jarrett. Author David Munshi. So sub Simon Jarrett, terminal scan, David Munshi, 2015 version 1, Toronto. My theory is that we've had a brain scan and that's somehow been used to almost download us into something else. Someone else. This is my theory. And my theory is, it's along the lines of Amnesia, that someone has done something horrible or done something nasty, and then they've downloaded this new person to overwrite themselves. It's almost like a redemptive suicide. Welcome back, Louise Moron. So that's the Omni tool that we have. Your Omni tool is in perfect condition, but not fitted with a tool chip. Tool chip not inserted. So we can unlock the toolbox and listen to this.
Field technicians would get full access throughout Pathos 2. I'm here to tell you that's not going to happen. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to get in your way. We need you guys to keep this place up and running, but there needs to be at least some level of security on these things. I don't want to hear you barge into some quarantined area at Omicron and just knock down the whole place with some virus or whatever the hell they're doing over there. This is what you can do. You'll be able to use it to open doors, basically all of them. If you can't, there's something wrong or someone didn't want you in there. Then what do? You shove that Omni tool into a terminal and see if you can't get around it somehow. I mean, sometimes you'll need to get into places where you don't belong. Just find a way. You're an engineer, for crying out loud. What else? Take care of your gear. Don't be an asshole. That's about it, really. My name is John Strohmeyer, Pathos 2 security operative. I got an office at Theta. Come see me if you got any issues you can't handle yourself. Good luck.
So this guy has a lovely, I think that's a Chicago accent. And I think we are in Tau. Now in orientation, let's just load this up. I noticed there's a map. So the two people in the recording, they wanted to get to Theta. Also they've got names here. Something Keith Forgreen, I guess. Jane Adams, Heather Wolchesk. Not sure. We're here. So this is a map. I'm guessing the game ends here.
This is what you can do. You'll be able to use it to open doors. Basically all of them. If you can't, there's something wrong or someone didn't want you in there.
Okay, yep, thank you. So toolchip, you normally do and fitted with the toolchip, ran an update to confirm the FC kit. So now we have security ciphers, which I'm guessing is the key we can use to unlock the main door.
Security cipher updated.
There we go. We have level 3 security. You can also go and look over here now at this terminal. Pilot seat 3. Like, why is it a pilot seat? What are we piloting? This, as far as I can tell, is all nonsense. But it's in progress. No pilot found. That's us. Pilot black box. And reports. So, pilot Carl Semken to Amy Azaro. Place heat sealed. Success. Surrounding the pilot helmet is believed to be a cause of Semken's symptoms. So maybe they sort of sit in the seats and then they can pilot the robots? Increasing number, everyone's been using the last has been having headaches or spells of nausea. Last week Gavin was knocked out 30 hours when trying to direct helper cluster. So maybe it like transports your consciousness into a machine, or you know, and that's why the robots are walking around. Because this, like, what's this gonna pilot? It's clearly plugged into stuff. I'll also show you something creepy that I noticed from last time. It's BDS, so basic ductile suits, BDS-1 okay, okay, unknown contamination okay. So if we go and look at 3, I can't see any signs of contamination, but apparently there's signs of contamination in that. I find that slightly creepy. Now we carefully try and leave. Hup. There's a door over there that we can't go through. Can go and have a look at it. It looks like it needs power or something. It's unpowered. Maybe we come back here. This entire area is kind of a big circle, which speaks to being able to evade things. So these horror games are generally stealth games. Also, this is good ambience. This is like it's like an oxygen pump. It sounds like something's breathing next to you. Frictional. Frictional are the masters of atmosphere. I was about to say, thank you for demonstrating. Now, after playing Alien Isolation, something in the vents, you'd think I'd be used to it. Still creepy as fuck, though. I like that it does that when you get near it. And also you have this, and just for demonstration purposes I'm going to do something stupid.
Ah, shit!
Notice that we don't have a health, there's no inventory, so I can't check my health. So it makes me think that damage is, you know, you just regenerate. So there's no, doesn't seem to be a lasting health and sanity mechanic. And this is where I got to. And this is where I'm going to stop for the first recording. I look forward to continuing soon. Toodles.